Good morning, everybody. Good morning, parents and grandparents and family. We welcome you. I know most of you here. If you're new to Assemble, or if you're a family member or a student, will you just raise your hand so we can see and recognize you? Very cool. Very cool. Boys and girls, let me talk to you before we begin. This is a huge honor for you. This is a very big deal. We have almost 2,000 students at our school. So you've been selected out of your class to receive this award, so we're very proud of you. So make sure when you go home today, you ask for some ice cream or something special, okay? It's a very big deal. I want to introduce to you some folks that kind of make this possible, and I want to talk to you about this big word, inquisitive. So we're going to see what that actually means. See what you probably know it means. But as we start, let me introduce you our guidance counselors. Up front, we have Miss Addison. So wave at Miss Addison. Miss Randazzo. To my right, we have Miss Bell as a middle school counselor. Miss Wonderly. We have Miss Scholl as our reading coach. Mr. Weaver loves big waves, everybody. He's our technology specialist. I'm going to skip Ms. Tuminelli. We'll come back and we have Mr. Vaughn. You remember Mr. Vaughn, our assistant principal. Ms. Tuminelli is our STEM coordinator, and we are going to inquire with her about what the word inquisitive actually means. So please pay attention.
Good morning. Wow, I like that response. Welcome, parents, family, and friends. We appreciate your support of our Young Tigers this morning. And I'd like to welcome you to our October STEM Student of the Month. As Dr. Grantham mentioned, this month we are recognizing our inquisitive minds sitting before us today. In many cases, our students were recognized today by their teachers, but most of the times it was their peers who were recognizing them. Their peers understand that these are our minds in our classroom who are constantly asking them important questions. I know one of my little tigers is sitting here today, and at home I constantly get the question, but why, Mom? But why? As a teacher, I look at that and I say, when the students before us are questioning, they're analyzing the world around them. They're trying to make a connection to maybe some background knowledge or some new content, and in many cases, they're trying to dive a little deeper into something they thought they already knew. So it's an amazing skill to have, not just while they're here with us at Turn of Our Tails, but it's going to help propel them into the future as they move into college or a career position. So today we honor that with our ceremony. Boys and girls, can you help me welcome to the stage our MC, Miss Marnie Wonderly.
All right, boys and girls, you have a slip of paper that has your name on it, and it's really important that you bring that up because we have you in training for your high school graduation when you pass that name to your principal and he announces that you're graduating. So we're going to do that this morning so that I make sure that I read the right information about you. So first, we have a young man coming to the stage. We're going to kind of mix things up a little bit this morning. So boys and girls, what will happen is we're going to call you guys by grade level, and you'll come up with Miss Addison. She'll get you in line. You'll come up right here. You're going to hand me one at a time your name, and then I'm going to read some special things about you. You're going to come across the stage and get a magnet, shake everybody's hand, and then stand on the stage for a few moments of recognition. And parents, you'll be able to take pictures, and then you all will sit down, and the next grade level will come up. Okay, first we have a special 8th grader. This is Ethan Addison. Ethan is always ready to explore new things and test new boundaries. He's curious about his surroundings and always gets ready to get into things. So this is Ethan. Okay, next we're gonna go back to the beginning of our TVK8 crew, and we have our pre-K students coming across the stage now. First, we have Christopher. Christopher is very curious about many things and is always asking questions to clarify meanings of new concepts. He's very observant and motivated to find the answer to things around him. And then we have Nikita. Nikita loves to observe the world around her. She develops many questions throughout the day and is excited to explain new information. And these are our pre-K students. So parents, if you'd like to come closer for a good picture, now would be a great time to do that. Next, we need kindergarten to stand up with their papers and get ready. Look to Miss Randazzo. She's going to help you this morning. Okay, here comes kindergarten. And we're going to hold our applause until the end of the grade level, please. Sanika shares and works with others as a team to reach one common goal. Daniel is the perfect example of this month's STEM character trait. He is always asking questions to gain more information. He enjoys learning new things, and we love having Daniel as a part of our class family. Drew likes to ask questions and thinks aloud when we have to solve questions. He is a great asset to our class. Sanaya has been nominated for this award because of her eagerness to learn. She is always excited and curious to try something new. Kristen has a desire to learn. She is curious and often asks questions to learn more about what we are discussing in class. Nathaniel's curiosity inspires and pushes our class to not only think outside the box, but to drive us to want to explore the world around us more. Christopher always asks questions to better understand his learning. He understands that asking questions deepens his thinking. Lucas is so curious about how things work in the world around him. He wants to learn everything, so it is an honor to nominate him for being inquisitive. Ben is always asking questions during the day. He asks questions to gain a better understanding of his learning, his friends, and anything else you can think of. He also shares his new knowledge with others. And these are kindergarten students. Parents, if you want to come closer to take a picture, now would be a great time to do that. Parents, if we could ask, as the grade level is crossing, if you wait to come up to take your pictures, because we do videotape them walking across the stage and we share it on our Twitter feed. And YouTube, thank you. We are a STEM school. Okay, first grade. When you look to Miss Randazzo, stand up with your papers. She's going to get you ready with Miss Addison to come up on stage. We're going to back up for just 1 minute. We have a pre-K student we need to recognize. This is Nadine. Nadine loves to question why and how things work. She is always curious and loves to ask questions to peers during small group activities. So this is Nadine. if mom and dad want to come closer for a picture. All right, on to first grade. Ashi is a very inquisitive student. She stays on task and stimulates creative thinking and collaboration through the questions she asks during class discussion. Sophia is very inquisitive. She is always asking thoughtful questions about her learning. Anthony is curious about the world and questions everything. He uses his quest for knowledge to gain information and shares it with others. Sanders is a sweet and bright student. He is always asking great questions to further not just his own, but everyone's learning. Macy is constantly observing and considering the world around her. She is always asking great questions to gain more insight and information. Dia is always wondering and questioning in class to further her learning and get us thinking. Ileana is constantly asking questions about what we are studying that make all of us think beyond basic information. Madison is always having the desire to learn more about whatever topic we learn about at the time. She's always asking questions to find out more information. Memphis is very inquisitive in the classroom. He always likes to learn new things and ask questions to better understand. Samuk is always questioning and investigating to help us find new ways of learning. Nathaniel is naturally curious and he's not afraid to ask questions in class. Hayden is always asking why and loves learning. Okay, and this is a kindergarten for us to recognize. This is Brayden. Brayden is very curious and inquisitive. He is always asking questions to learn more about a subject or his surroundings. So here we've got a group, we've got pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade. Let's give them a round of applause. And parents, go ahead and come closer at this time if you'd like to get a picture. And second grade, get ready, you are next. Okay, we're going to move on to second grade. All right, to start us off in second grade, we have Jeremy. Jeremy is curious about the world around him. He always wants to know why or how something is the way it is. Reshi is always wondering about things that we are working on in class. His mind is always thinking deeper, and he is very curious, which is an awesome quality to have. Whitney is always inquiring. She loves to have clarification on different topics, and she has great questioning skills. Tristan is always inquisitive about everything, not only in art, but the world around him. He enjoys asking about the art projects we are working on and adds more facts and knowledge to what we are learning. Gianna is an exceptional student in PE. She is a great example of what it means to be an inquisitive student. She's very curious and is always looking for the best way to complete a task. Hayden is always curious about the world and ready to learn new things. He is a fantastic role model every single day. Addison is creative and innovative thinker who loves to share his curiosity with the class. Hasini is very inquisitive and engages in self-directed learning activities. She is self-motivated and loves to learn new things. Olivia enjoys learning on her own outside the classroom about topics that interest her that she is introduced to in class. She often shares with me in the class extra information she learns about our classroom topics of discussion. Ayushi is an inquisitive and deep thinker, always wondering about what she's learning and asking questions that move her learning forward. Alina is always eager to learn more during our lessons. Her curiosity always encourages her peers to actively participate. Bryn deserves our STEM Student of the Month award for inquiry because she is never afraid to ask questions or help out her fellow peers. In PE, she never stops thinking and is always finding new ways to improve her skills and those around her. Christian is always asking questions to further his understanding in music. And these are our second graders. Second grade parents, feel free to come closer to get a good picture. And third grade, if you would get ready. Here come our third graders. Okay, to start us off in third grade. Oh, it's exciting. Christian has the natural curiosity of wanting to have a deeper understanding of everything. He is intrigued by all that he learns and wants to explore the full meaning. Ariana was an easy choice for STEM Student of the Month because she is inquisitive, she's eager for knowledge, and did a fantastic job researching a planet for her writing assignment. Brianna is full of questions that spark conversation and show a deep love of learning. She's thirsty for knowledge, and it shows every day. Robert always pushes himself academically to do his very best, and he settles for nothing less. If he does not understand, he asks questions rather than accepting the lack of an answer. Madison is a very inquisitive student. She is a great thinker and is eager for knowledge. She has wonderful questions and ideas that go beyond our lessons and lead to thoughtful discussions. Sayali shows great leadership qualities in class every day. She is always curious about what we are learning about and asks analytical questions in math and science that lead to great class discussions. From the first day of school, Kayla has shown a deep desire to learn. She is continuously asking why. Kayla's inquisitive nature allows her to solve problems and conceptualize concepts in and outside of the classroom. Riley is the definition of inquisitive. She is always thinking ahead, wondering, asking questions such as why, how, and loves to learn new things. Amir demonstrates such an eagerness for knowledge. He is curious about multiple subjects and asks the best questions. He is a wonderful child, and I'm honored that he's our STEM Student of the Month. In music class, Ziad demonstrates what it means to be inquisitive because he never settles for gaining surface knowledge. This leads him to ask great questions in order to increase his depth of knowledge about the topic we're studying. Brennan is our STEM Student of the Month. He is one of the most curious students, always questioning the world around him. Our Wonder Wall is full of Brennan's inquiries that drive our Wonder Wednesdays. Brooklyn is always wanting to understand why we are doing something. She takes responsibility in her own learning by asking questions other students don't even think to ask. Connor always loves to learn more. He asks questions and gets excited about his learning. He loves to have his classmates explain their thinking as well. He is a fantastic thinker, and asking questions helps him with that. And these are our third graders. Parents, feel free to come closer to get a good picture. And fourth grade, will you please stand and look to Ms. Randazzo for directions? Okay, here come our fourth graders. We're halfway there. Sanjana is constantly questioning the world around her. She never stops inquiring until the concepts are crystal clear to her. She is an excellent student because of this great quality. Samuel does a great job digging in and asking those higher order thinking questions. Great job, Samuel. Rodrigo asks questions about the world around him to gain a better understanding of how things work. He uses his questions to guide him better in his understanding of tasks and situations. Brock asks questions for a deeper understanding and for clarification. His questions often lead to great teachable moments and learning opportunities for his peers. He seeks out knowledge beyond surface level understanding. Nathan always asks insightful questions and looks for ways to dig further into the task. Aaron is highly involved in class discussion and debates by using his inquisitive skills to find reasoning behind a proposed problem or situation. The entire class benefits from his inquisitive nature that leads to deeper understanding of various topics and discovering multiple solutions. Zayana is a student who desires to learn everything about everything. She possesses an inner desire to find the answer to questions and does not give up when discovering the answer takes time and hard work. She's a positive friend who goes out of her way to help other peers learn concepts. Andrew is very curious about everything he learns about in class. He works hard to research and learn about topics that he may not understand. Poojan is always curious about the lesson we are learning. He is always wanting to learn more. His eagerness to learn is extraordinary. Shavita is always wanting to know more about her learning. She is always willing to ask questions and take it upon herself to find out the answers. Every day that Charlie enters my room, he is curious about something. I really enjoy having him as a student. And these are our fourth graders. Parents, feel free to come closer to get your picture. Fifth grade, get ready and look to Ms. Randazzo for directions. Okay, we're gonna start. Boys and girls, I know this is so exciting. We're gonna start 5th grade with Lauren. Lauren is extremely inquisitive. She is always asking questions, wanting to learn more. In fact, in science, she took the initiative to find out if her idea of a circuit worked and was excited to find out that it did. Josh shines in class with his inquisitive questions. This is especially so when we are learning about electrical circuits. He's always asking what-if questions. Rains is a very curious student, always asking questions to clarify and confirm his ideas and thoughts. We are so proud of you for always inquiring. Nick is the king of questions in our classroom. He always seems to be curious about all the possibilities related to the topics we are learning. He shares his inquisitive nature with the class to keep us all thinking. Christian's love of learning is fueled by his inquisitive nature. He is never afraid to ask questions to deepen his understanding of what he learns. Brooklyn is very inquisitive, not only when she is working with the teacher, but also when she's working with other students. She challenges others' thoughts, asks questions that make you think from new and interesting perspectives. Summer is a very inquisitive young lady. She shows a love of learning by always participating actively in class activities and discussions, and asks questions when she's wondering about something. She's not afraid to take a chance on being incorrect because she values learning from mistakes. Billy is an inquisitive learner because he frequently asks questions to help his understanding in academic areas. He also asks questions of his peers to challenge their thinking and ideas. Jackson is always wanting to learn more. Even when I'm throwing so much at the students in one lesson, he is always willing to fill his head with more knowledge. Anna has a strong desire to understand all aspects of the world around her. This desire leads her to be constantly questioning and clarifying deep understanding. And these are our 5th graders. Parents, feel free to come closer for a picture. And 6th grade, get ready and look to Ms. Randazzo for direction. Okay, here come our middle school students. These are our 6th graders. Let's listen to what their teachers say. Ibsen is a wonderful student that is very capable at connecting what we are learning inside the classroom with the rest of the world. He's very inquisitive and eager to learn. Inquiry is Nora's middle name. She realizes that there is more to life than what is right in front of you. She constantly seeks out information to gain further knowledge. Her inquisitive questions are always thought-provoking and generate great classroom discussions. Tyler continuously shows the character trait of being inquisitive during class discussions with our reading text and is inquisitive about life in general. Jolena is eager to learn and always questioning to problem solve for herself and group activities. Santiago has a burning desire to know the reasoning behind facts and how things work. He seeks to gain more knowledge by asking thoughtful questions and researches to find the answer. Malavika is a very bright student. She's also great at questioning to check for understanding. Isabella isn't afraid to ask questions to enhance her learning. Dana is always has that desire to know and learn more, always asking questions to quench her curiosity. Mackenzie looks for different ways to solve problems, which is awesome. She is open to all new methods. Carter is a very curious young man. He's a very happy boy that is not afraid to be different and work hard. Daniel always keeps me and the class on our toes with his questions. He's curious and interested in many different subjects. Daniel's inquiring mind wants to know. Madison is always inquiring about one thing or another. Her quest for gaining information is surpassed by none. She is always looking to increase her knowledge about everything. And these are our sixth graders. Sixth grade parents, we know some of you are here. You might have to try discreetly to take that picture as they get older. Seventh grade, if you would stand and look to Miss Randazzo for direction. Okay, we have more middle schoolers. Let's hear what the seventh grade teachers had to say. Okay. Lacey is always curious and eager to learn. Helen is learning English, and lately she's been extremely inquisitive and engaged in class, much more so than the start of the year. Dylan is very inquisitive. He is always asking to go to the media center to research information that he is curious about. He enjoys learning new things and is considered an awesome student by his teachers. Felix's capacity for observation, investigation, and discovery makes him the ideal candidate for the STEM trait of inquisitive. Cadence is quite interested in class topics discussed. Routinely, she asks questions and shows eagerness and curiosity in obtaining new knowledge. Alex is intellectually curious and eager to learn more no matter what the topic. He will ask me challenging questions, showing that he is interested in fully understanding the topic. Christian's inquisitive nature has led him to find a variety of new songs to learn on his guitar. It has also sparked an interest to learn new chords and techniques on his instrument. Esmeralda is a hard worker that never gives up on math problems or activities. She is dedicated to asking questions and gathering information until she has enough data to solve it on her own. Eliza's inquisitive nature helps her to be successful in math every day. She searches for answers not only from teachers, but also from her notes and peers. She is a self-starter and actively seeks assistance when needed. Alyssa's classmates nominated her because she is always curious and asks questions, not just for her benefit, but for every one of us. Chloe is always thinking, questioning, and demonstrating her thirst for knowledge. Her questions to the teacher and her fellow students keep taking learning to the next level.
Holy smokes, he got
Max is always looking for something new to learn and never backs away from a challenge. He is an awesome student. And these are our seventh graders. Closer for a good picture. In 8th grade, look to Miss Randazzo for direction.
To make sure somebody's tweeting even
So hungry.
8th graders coming. To start 8th grade, we have Etrinity. Etrinity always is asking questions to reach a higher understanding in class. Etrinity is really putting forth a great effort to do well in her studies. Alyssa is always asking high-level questions about the happenings going on in first period PE. Jovan genuinely wants to excel at everything he does and asks all the good questions he needs to do his best. He has grown by leaps and bounds because of his inquisitive nature. Justin always asks questions about what we are studying in class. He thinks above and beyond the content and always wants to know more. He has a sharp, bright mind and is a joy to have in men's chorus. Erica was part of the STEP program, and she is working so hard to keep her grades up. She asks questions and is always looking for ways to succeed. Dakota is always focused at the task at hand and ready to do work. Stephanie is always asking questions beyond level to ensure a high level of comprehension. Kaylani is an awesome student and strives to figure out complex problems. Menar is my most conscientious and inquisitive student. She's always asking for ways to improve her performance, requesting more detailed explanations, and consistently seeks ways to help other students. Sarah is highly motivated in science class and frequently tackles the biggest challenges. She is often asking important questions to gain more understanding. Alexander brings an interest to every text we read and makes it his business to make connections to the real world. He is an inquisitive young man when it comes to asking questions about why characters would do what they do, and he makes sure to get his questions answered by me or his desk mates. Anissa is a diligent worker who always shows up prepared to class. She is not afraid to ask questions and to seek understanding. And these are our 8th graders. Parents, feel free to come closer for a picture. We do have a few more awards to give out, and I'm going to call Dr. Grandpa back to the microphone at this time.
Okay, boys and girls, we're almost done. Just as we said, we have almost 2,000 students. We have almost 250 people that work at Turner Bartels. That's a lot of people. And we recognize our teachers and staff that show each STEM characteristic. And how we do that is we do a K-1-2, which is primary, an intermediate, which is 3, 4, 5, a middle school teacher, and then we choose someone for our administrative team. So our teacher that shows us the inquisitive nature for grades K-1-2 is Miss Gold. Miss Gold. What do you do when you do not know something? You ask. That's exactly what Miss Gold does when she's unsure about something or simply wants to know more. She is an inquisitive teacher and is always looking for new ways to teach her students. Thank you, Miss Gold, for being such a great role model of inquiry. Our teacher representing our intermediate teachers, grades 3, 4, 5, is Miss Taylor. Miss Taylor is being recognized for displaying the STEM trait inquisitive. Ms. Taylor is always seeking new opportunities for growth and asks questions regarding student performance in order to increase each student's success. When planning with her team, she displays an inquisitive mindset and incorporating STEM units of study into the ELA classroom. Thank you, Ms. Taylor, for your professional use of inquiry. Our middle school teacher representing an inquisitive mind is Mr. Cadet. Mr. Cadet joined our team this summer and has been a great asset. From the beginning, he was inquisitive about our way of work and how we operate as a school. He has shown interest in and asked great questions about STEM. He is always looking how to make a unit of study work within his curriculum and is always open to working with his team. Not only is he inquisitive, but also comes with ideas and solutions to problem solve every situation. Thank you, Mr. Cadet. You are very much appreciated. And from our administrative team, Dr. Schwartz. Dr. Schwartz epitomizes this month's STEM skill. No matter the situation, environment, or problem, Dr. Schwartz is always thinking and questioning about how to improve or solve any situation. Her inquisitive nature challenges the ideas of those around her and provides a different point of view for potential solutions. Thank you, Dr. Schwartz, for being a valuable part of our team. Parents and family, thank you for coming and staying. Students, we are very, very proud of you. Now it's time for your favorite part.